senator.
Jim DeMint's announcement that he's leaving the Senate was a stunner.
I honestly believe I can do a lot more on the outside than I can on the inside.
The anti-government, anti-tax conservative crusader certainly made a mark on the inside. On the Senate floor, a frequent voice of objection against legislation backed by both parties.
Is there an objection?
Mr. President, I object.
Just this week, he helped block a disabilities treaty opposed by many conservatives. And he was one of House Speaker John Boehner's loudest conservative critics for a fiscal cliff proposal with $800 billion in tax increases.
Republicans should not be conceding that the federal government needs more money, negotiating with ourselves.
DeMint really made a name for himself in recent years as a Tea Party kingmaker, raising millions to help elect half a dozen like-minded conservatives to the Senate. Marco Rubio, Rand Paul, Mike Lee, Pat Toomey, Ron Johnson, and Ted Cruz.
I've played a role in stocking the Senate with solid conservatives who are younger and brighter and better spokesmen than I am. And so I know I'm leaving the Senate better than I found it.
But DeMint also infuriated Republican leaders by backing several GOP primary candidates who could not win their Senate seats. Remember Christine O'Donnell?
I'm not a witch.
CNN is told Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell was very annoyed with DeMint for backing O'Donnell and a couple of other losing candidates in 2010 and cost Republicans the majority. At the time, DeMint told us he was unapologetic and still is.
You're trying to send a message to the GOP establishment.
The GOP establishment is out, and what we're going to do is help the American people take back their government.
In the flood of GOP reaction to DeMint's surprise retirement, you didn't have to read between the lines much in the GOP leader's 3-sentence statement to see some hard feelings, thanking DeMint for his, quote, uncompromising service. Another shocker, one of the biggest compliments came from the Democratic leader, who called DeMint a friend.
I've always liked the guy. And even though I disagree with so much of what he's done, I appreciate that I personally believe he does this out of a sense of real belief. It's not political posturing for him as it is for a lot of people. So I like Jim DeMint. I wish him well.
DeMint, who again is one of the most conservative senators, even made a point of going to Harry Reid's office and personally telling the Democratic leader that he decided to resign from the Senate. Now, DeMint has always said that he would only serve 2 terms in the Senate, but he is not even halfway through his 2nd term, and he is going to leave in January with 4 years left. The reason, he said, is because he simply got an offer from the Heritage Foundation to run it, which he's always wanted to do, and he couldn't pass it up. Dana Bash, CNN, Capitol Hill.